Hello, hello. How's it going? Hello, hello. Also, two viewers waiting? Who the hell are you? How did you get in here? This is private link. How did you find my stream? What the hell? Is it just a glitch on YouTube's end or something? Probably. Anyway. We're back for another Hunter x Hunter stream. See. Okay. Why is this? Just a second. Okay. Fine. Yeah, I guess it's just a glitch from YouTube. It's back down to 1. Cool. Anyway. Before we begin, I just wanna thank you for the first month of streaming on YouTube and Twitch, I guess. But yeah, we got about 500 views this month, which is pretty cool. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but I appreciate it. It's 277 more than usual. Thank you very much, especially in the last week. I got a lot of watch time, which means people are watching. If that's you, then thank you very much. Something is wrong with my YouTube live. 1 second. Okay. Anyway, other than that, I also want to thank you, Chloe, for the first comment I've gotten in 3 months. So it actually does work, somewhat, kinda. I've begun to suspect that YouTube is just hiding a lot of comments because I've had friends actually message me and comment on my live streams, and I'm just not seeing any of the comments, but hey. At least this one got through. So thank you, Chloe, and someone else is sending comments. It's not me. I'm not ignoring you. It's just blame the system. It's not me. Yeah. Thank you, Chloe, and let's get into it. So, I'll bring this up. Before we begin on volume 37, I want to go back to the previous volumes and just check some stuff out. And the first very important thing that I wanted to check is this panel in the top right. There's no Straw Hat there. So it's only happening, it's only on the, what's it called, the beige separator, that the Straw Hat is added. I was scouring the chapters for the Easter eggs, but they don't show up even on this panel right here, in the middle left side. You can see my cursor. There is no E equals MC square, which is a Dr. Stone reference. they don't exist. It's only on the beige separators, and I was scouring every panel for references. Apparently there wasn't. Anyway, next what I wanted to check out is around page 180 when the guards show up for the Nen lessons. So I wanted to go back over there. Furikov, where is it? The difference between the hunter can obviously use Nen, but 4 more are pretending not to be able to use Nen. So Furikov says that there's a hunter and 4 more. That's 5 people that he detects are using Nen. And those 5 people are the hunter, Bellerante, obviously. Second, he does note that Lowberry isn't initiated to Nen, I guess by force, because we see over here Silent Majority says the only ones who can see Silent Majority Marinette are me and Lowberry. So she or whoever uses Silent Majority has initiated Lowberry into Nen, the same way the Hulkenberg guards have been initiated. That's why she can see Silent Majority. And that's why Furikov says that she's an Nen user. He does mention that, oh, Lowberry is one of the Nen users. Also, he doesn't recognize that the Hulkenberg guards have been initiated against their will. He just recognized that they have Nen immediately. So the same thing could be said about Lowberry, that she's been initiated against her own will and made able to see Silent Majority. So those are 3, plus the hunter, that's 4. And the last one, which I'm gonna be doing a little bit of spoiler, is eventually revealed to be Longi, that's 5. So that's all the 5 people that Furikov detects. Which means Silent Majority is none of them. Because none of them fit the bill for somebody who's using Silent Majority. Not to mention that even Silent Majority themselves call out Furikov. Like, Furikov is here. At the moment that Silent Majority strikes, I'm going to express my right to self-defense, is what he says over here. And then Silent Majority taunts him and says, oh yeah, I bet you are. I can tell from the obvious aura without even looking at your face. As you wish. They were 11, Silent Majority. So Silent Majority is taunting him. It knows that Furikov is trying to observe them and is aware of him, which means that Silent Majority is outclassing him. The user of Silent Majority outclasses him and is actually hiding perfectly. Maybe he's using perfect Zetsu. Again, the only person that seems reasonable to me is Queen Swinko's guard. This guy. Right next to Silent Majority. And not to mention, yeah, I bet you are. I can tell from the obvious aura without even looking at your face. Where is the guy? There you go. Guy is standing here. He's not even looking at his face. Obvious aura without even looking at your face. So anybody who's facing towards him is unlikely. Pretty much nobody is facing towards him. Except like this guy and these 2 servants. There's not a lot of people. He's standing behind everybody because he's trying to observe everybody. Yeah. The only other guy that is somewhat possible that it could be is this guy, the Tsuroidnik servant. But even that guy, from his inner monologue and his interaction with Tsuroidnik, it doesn't make sense for him to... second. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense for him to be silent majority either. Just need to fix my layout a little bit. Why is this supposed to have... One moment. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back. So yeah, the only other person that kinda makes sense is maybe this guy. What's his name? Dungeon? I don't know. From his inner monologue, I don't think it could be him. Loserus, Satobi, Swinho. I still think it's Mushaho. That is my bet on the most likely suspect. Silent majority for now. If it's even any of these people, Togashi could build out some crazy revelation that it's none of these people somehow. It's actually some cockroach on the floor that's actually using silent majority or something. Who knows? Okay. Yeah, Lowberry alerts the crowd to silent majority and then silent majority strikes. The guy who I thought was silent majority's user immediately dies. Okay. Next, let me go back to volume 36, the one we streamed last time, which I went over quite... we kind of blitzed through it because I was just trying to finish the entire volume in one sitting, which I feel like didn't work out so well. I wanna like take my time and think about these chapters a lot more. Kinda internalize them and try to remember the damn characters. There's so many characters. So many names to remember. Oh man. Anyway. Is there no way... well, I'm not gonna read the chapter. The entire volume all over. I'm just... gonna scroll through it quickly, see if I have anything of note. Cruel, just absolutely crashing out. It's weird that only Cruel is crashing out this hard. Like everybody else was good friends with what are they called? Kortobi and Shalnark. But only Cruel is... look how much he's like feeling it in comparison to other people. It's morphing his face with how much he's suffering. Everybody else is kinda like angry at Hisoka, but they're hiding their emotions. They're not displaying it outwardly. Except Crawler. Crawler is just completely breaking down. And we know that Shalnark is one of the original troop members, one of his childhood friends. Kortobi is one of the newer guys, which we never got the backstory behind how he joined, or why. But yeah, Shalnark probably hits very hard for Crawler, just like Bakunoda and Sarasa. I think I said everything I could say about this room last stream. The teleportation, possibly, like it could be like a special place, like what's it called, like Greed Island or the Nen room by Prince Mariam, which could technically take you out of the ship, but not into your life the same way. In Minecraft, the same way that exiting the whale would that happens to Kacho. So it could be like a special place, like the initial room, I think, in Greed Island. Isn't that like, it looks weird and it has all these Nin Batrin, Nin markings on it when Gohan first enters Greed Island. Kaiser, my absolute goat, Kaiser. Just doesn't do anything yet. We just get soft introduced to him here. Yeah. Mariam's Nen Beast. That is symbolizing the way that Mariam feels without actually being shown his face. Like his face is hidden by the cage, but you can see his emotion through the reflected through the Nen Beast. His anxiety probably about the entire situation. Camilla is released. I for some reason I thought that Camilla had always been in captivity the entire time after Prince Benjamin caught her. But no, Camilla is free and she's active again. And she must have learned her lesson that, yeah, you could get captured and your ability is completely useless if you get captured. And neutralized, basically. I don't know if I mentioned it, but Prince Benjamin just has a whole bunch of weights in his room. It's hilarious. Or it's just carrying a whole bunch of training equipment everywhere. Yeah, his Benjamin baton. And we see 3 stars. So we know 2 of them is Vincent and Moosley? Muse? What's his name? The Barrett guy. This guy. Muse, yeah. Muse. But there's a 3rd star, which means there was another sacrifice that happened previously. Also, how many stars can he have? How many... He has a lot of soldiers. Considering he has 2 hands, that should be a total of 10 stars, 1 for each finger. Does it matter that he only has 10 fingers? Is that another condition? That he only can store up to 10 abilities? Or is it just 1 hand and it's just 5 abilities? Would that be a required restriction? To like make the ability work, because that's OB, that's skill hunter level of oh yeah, I'm just using 5 abilities at the same time. That's crazy. You need to have a lot of restrictions. Maybe he only can carry up to 5 abilities after their death, and after like the 6th guy Minecraft's the first ability it should disappear. Probably shouldn't be covering my face. The 6th ability goes back and gets overwritten. I mean, the first ability gets overwritten by the 6th, and so on. So, the 7th will replace the 2nd. Because that's a crazy ability. I mean, yeah, there's the restriction of being specifically from the Kakin military. But I don't feel like that's enough. Like, look at Corolla's Skill Hunter. He has insane amount of conditions. He has like 5, 6, 7 conditions. This is only like 2. Just being part of who swore loyalty to Benjamin, and they have to be from the Kakin military, royal military. That's just 2 conditions. That's absurdly convenient, or not strict enough, I would say, to like carry like up to 5 or maybe 10 abilities. Not to mention his spirit, guardian spirit beast, which we don't even know his ability on top of that. What's this guy's name? I can't wanna memorize it. Where am I? Karabika, no please, I'm asking questions. Vergay. Okay. Bobby Mina. Yeah. This guy is not Slack. Slack is the second Queen Guard. This guy is Rebecca, I'd like to... I can't remember his name. Rihan is the Predator skill user. Out right in front of our eyes, and we don't know the exact time for this. When did it happen last time? Because there's no specific time on this thing. It could be... The last time stamp we got is 37 hours and 30 minutes, which is 2 days in, on the second day. We don't know if all these events being shown to us are at the same time, happening at the same time. But sure they're not. So we don't know when exactly this happens. Second Prince Camilla's... We actually get information about Camilla's guardian beast. It is manipulative. Who fulfills its conditions at will. So... What I'm guessing is if you listen to Camilla's orders, like if she orders you and you listen to her like maybe 3-4 times. Oh. Is that what's happening with Queen Duazul? Is she being manipulated by the spirit beast? Is that why she's so agreeable? I mean, it... I don't know. I think that might explain why Queen Duazul is allowing Camilla to act on her own. Maybe she's being controlled by the Camilla's Nin Beast. Pseudo-coercive manipulator ability sets a trap by conjuring whatever the target desires as bait. Activates once the target falls for it. That's a lot of information for Losers. I bet that means he's gonna die and in Minecraft, but because oh yeah, a whole bunch of information. Now that you know what he does, I guess we can get rid of him. Is a bit how Togashi thinks of it. Because it's not interesting if you know the remaining opponents can do. Yeah, Prince Hulkenberg initiates this Nin circle accidentally. They don't even realize what they're doing. They do this massive charge, release this massive charge of Nin. That everybody who can't sense Nin freaks out about. But then they don't realize they even did that, so yeah, they break up. Valorante does the wrong thing. Hulkenberg tries to talk to his father. Yeah, Camilla is released, and Benjamin keeps watch over her with Moose's ability. I mean, but it's not like Benjamin is gonna be conscious all the time. It's not a foolproof plan. If Benjamin is not conscious, like if he goes to sleep, if he's taken down, if he's juggling too many things at once and he can't afford to focus on Camilla for a moment. Like if other threats like Hulkenberg suddenly shows up, he might be not able to like take the time to observe Prince Camilla. Prince Musa. Okay. Lorante. Kachu and Melody connect over. What I don't get is how is Prince Kachu? Oh yeah, I guess maybe she has an earpiece or something. She understands Morse code. She is communicating in Morse code to Melody. Yeah, and we get confirmation on Theta's injury. It did happen. I did not see any other situation that happened that would imply that Theta lied again and then got hurt. So the lie that she got scratched for the first time must have been when she said, "Yes, you can trust me," which he can't trust her because she is actively trying to take him down. She's actively trying to not teach him Nin. Yeah, and we see Kacha and Melody communicating. She's walking with Kaiser. What's his name? Kenny? Right? I think this guy is Kenny. Oh yeah, now we see the rest of the troop member actually crashing out a little bit. I mean, Phaeton looks normal like he usually does. That's just how that's just how his face is built. Everybody else seems to be in a bit more stress in these panels. But just a little bit more, like nothing is on the same level as when we see Corollo just completely black-faced. Not blackface, not in that way. But like his face is darkened with grief. It's not the same. Like they're all like just a bit disturbed in comparison. Even Kelito looks a bit somber, I would say. I think Kelito always looks like this. I think they always seemed like that kind of person, maybe. I don't know. We don't see a lot of them. Shaw R, if I remember, yeah, because this is tier 5, the domain of Shaw R. Which is not King Broccoli, whatever the mafia boss title is. Boss Broccoli, I guess. Bring me Hisoka's head. Yeah, and this is where Benolanov asks Hisoka for help, and then Hisoka asks Crawler for help, and then Crawler tells him, "I have a plan. I want you to disguise as Hisoka." But why is he disguising as Hisoka? 378 balance. We're almost done recapping. I know, I'm wasting people's time just rereading the chapter. But last time I feel like I blitzed through it too quickly. I have to go back here and I want to like make sure I understand everything. Wait, Henry is serving under the Shiyu. Okay, which is tier 4, which is third prince. I always thought it was the opposite. But no, that makes sense. Cha are underboss because Kenny Wang is the one that intercepts the Phantom Troop on tier 5. Find him, I'll take care of the rest. Okay. Morena, my beloved Morena. Oh, Morena's so good. Yeah, Shiyu, Char, and 5. Longi taunts him. Keju basically reveals everything according to Looney. What's his name? Longi? Looney? According to Looney's instruction, she reveals everything. I thought Kashu was the one revealing everything. She was like playing with fire, maybe revealing all the secret information about Morena's ability. I thought she was doing it just to mess with the Haley family, but no, it's Looney who's instructing her to do so. But still, that's a dumb idea. Even if Looney doesn't care and if he gets caught, that's a lot of information revealed about Morena's ability. For no reason. I don't think that's a condition for Morena's ability. He's just doing it to test the investigative potential of the police force. Alarm. There's so many things going on. Okay. Yeah, Looney comes in. He tries the back door, the secret back door that allows people to go to the upper floors, but it's locked, so he escapes. And then the fanboy, the Phantom Troop fanboy. So many interesting characters, huh? Political ward, Phaeton, and yeah. I for some reason I thought that Nobunaga, Finks, and Phaeton were on tier 4 already, but no. That's just Corolo. Corolo's group is on Luini. Luini is his name, not Looney. Okay. Yeah, these guys are still on tier 5. Enrig. Lumi is already on tier 3 somehow. He just instantly teleported there. I mean, that's pretty quick. Like, we barely see them unless a lot of time has passed. Even then, like, traveling over an entire day. I mean, if it's Zoldyx, I understand them being able to travel this far distance. It's not that crazy for these people. But finding the way and ability to access these, I guess they're tier 2 residents. They're VVIPs. They're like tier 1 or 2 residents. So they're allowed free passage between these tiers easily, maybe. And then we see Prince Fujitsu, who snuck out with her ability. That's it, okay. Now we actually start. Volume 37. Sorry about the delay, it's only been 30 minutes, yeah. That wasn't much time. People usually waste that much on the preamble, is that the word? At the beginning of the stream, just yapping and talking. If only I had viewers in chat who wanted to talk to me. I see 2 people currently viewing, which is one of them is me, and the other one is probably me as well. But yeah, if anybody's in chat, feel free to say hi. I don't know if YouTube will actually send me the message or not, but yeah, welcome. So, volume 37. We're going to read just 5 chapters today, but we're gonna make it take our time and make it work. Just take our time with the content and explore and think about it in more deeply. Tier 3 Central Police Station, Community Safety Section, which is conveniently translated into English for us to read. Thank you, Togashi. Is that canon? They just have English, or is it just translated for our convenience? Purely, and this is just imaginary text that doesn't actually exist in reality. Okay. It's confirmed. The 11th prince isn't in room 11. So yeah, they're just making their due diligence and checking if truly the prince has disappeared from the tier 1. We're checking the surveillance footage from the passageways. It's hard to think that the royal army is faking this. I don't think she used the sorry about that. It's hard to think the royal army is faking this. I don't think she used the existing corridors. 11th Prince Fugetsu, will you tell us how and why you came to tier 3? I'll only talk to 10th Prince Kacho. She hasn't stopped to consider that she might be charged with conspiracy. She's still a child. Yeah, you're not allowed to leave the first tier if you're one of the princes, I assume. We're currently negotiating with tier 1, but contact between princes outside the banquet will likely not be permitted. Anything you say here will be kept confidential. We're not in a position to uphold the battle for succession. We want to help you, Prince Fugetsu, and Prince Kacho. And Prince Kacho, it's even emphasized. It's no use. Ring ring, hello, just a moment. Melody is for you. Oh, hello? Yes. Okay, he tells her that they found Prince Fugetsu. Okay. Oh no, so Prince Fugetsu's Ninbeast did have a translocation ability. Yeah, that's what they hypothesized, that Prince Fugetsu suddenly appeared. That means maybe possibly she has some access to teleportation then? I didn't want anyone to find out, not until we executed the plan in Minecraft. What should I do? 11th Prince... 11:55 is the current time. Here are Mezaistom's instructions. Assist Kenny. Kini, I think it's Kini, not Kenny. Kini, he's in charge. Prince Kacho and Fugetsu have been exhibiting odd behavior. Assist Kini, he's in charge. Princes Kacho and Fugetsu have been exhibiting odd behavior. They're likely plotting to escape somehow. Do your best to fully shut it down. Okay, do I need to repeat anything? No, I've got it. Which is apparently a coded message somehow that translates to do exactly the opposite of whatever I'm telling you to do. Assist Kini, he's in charge. Kini will help you. They're planning to escape, and do your best ability to shut it down, or somehow, apparently that translates to like help them. Or so I've heard. I don't know. According to it's apparently something in Japanese that can be misinterpreted or deciphered somehow, that you shouldn't. You should do the opposite. No, I've got it. Okay. They talk silently, Melody and Kini. He shakes his head, then waves goodbye. And yet we still have to proceed. Why is there's no dialogue? So Togashi elected to show us that, yeah, they're talking, but Melody is surprised. But he's not going to show us what they're saying to mislead us. And yet we still have to proceed. Okay. Okay. Katy and I are two halves of a whole. I create the outgoing door, and once at the destination, the return door appears, but only Katy can open it. That's why she got stuck on tier 3. She can't. Her ability is dependent on Kacho's being with her and opening the return door. Okay. And once at the destination, the return door appears, but only Katy can open it. So she went to tier 3, but she discovered that she can't open the return door. Because Katy, Kacho is the one that allows her to go back. As long as we close the door. So she's locked out until the next day. Her ability will not work for an entire 24 hours, so she has to stay at the location she teleported to for the duration of the day until she can use the door again and maybe teleport back. If she's trying to do it alone, I mean, without Kacho. As long as we close the door, we can use the return door to... as long as we close the door, we can use the return door to go somewhere else. It's our trip around the world. To go somewhere else? Okay, we're here. That was our favorite games as kids. She's so nice. She always lets me have what I want. And we see that in her constant behavior, where the way she is trying to push everyone away from her so that they would choose Fugetsu over her, if it comes down to it. You will be assigned an escort for 72 hours, but you won't be arrested. And you'll be free to go to the banquet on Sunday. I'm sorry, I won't sneak out again. But you won't be arrested. Okay, so they're giving them more leeway than usual because of the succession war, which I don't understand. If you want to truly do what the king claimed at the start, that hey, you have to do it and you have to do it under strict rules and stuff, then you shouldn't be giving them leeway. You should actually add as much restrictions to teach these people how to handle themselves in a strict situation where laws could be used against them. To be fair, royalty don't bend the laws all the time. So, I mean, that kind of makes sense as well. It's not like laws always apply to them anyway, even under normal circumstances. Under normal circumstances as well. Okay. We're free to go. A meeting with Prince Kacho will be difficult. I understand. I'll spend the rest of the time practicing for the performance. Okay. Pump pump? Is that a Yeah, she has an ear plug in. That's how she's communicating with Melody. I was surprised how they were communicating with like the receivers in hand. No, there is an earpiece that will give you the. Uh, what was I saying? Yeah, the Morse code will feed the Morse code right into your ears. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Bravo, that was wonderful. I was enthralled. Quite unexpected. Such a hopeful interpretation of Hyle's Requiem. Oh, he's saying that out loud. I thought he was thinking it because he was doing the thing that I do. I guess I'm also saying it out loud, but usually I'm not. I noticed like all the time I just have my finger on my mouth. I hope that's not like affecting the audio. Yeah, it's just weird kind of like behavior. I keep putting my hands up. I mean, it feels comfortable, so I don't mind it. You see, again, I did this intentionally one more time. It's so funny. So, such a hopeful interpretation of Hyley's Requiem. He's surprised by Melody's ability in musical ability. So, we'll get to hear this again on Sunday. I'll have a more appropriate piece for the banquet. I'll make sure to be there and arrange for the ship-wide broadcast. Okay, so she convinced Queen Seiko to broadcast, or at least convince the king of broadcasting the melody shipwide. The literal melody, not melody. Words are funny, huh? If we weren't on the job, I'd want an encore too. I'm flattered. Should I? So this is the initial. What's it called? Where Kaiser's initial infatuation with Melody starts, huh? You can even see it on his face in this panel on the right. Look at his face, how surprised it is. Okay, I'm flattered. Should I make up a reason to continue watching her? Make up a reason to continue watching her. We're an independent judicial branch. We may be able to protect her until we land. He's immediately thinking of protecting Melody. Like going back and reading it, knowing what we know later. This recontextualizes Kaiser's words and actions, huh? We may be able to protect her until we land. Damn. Bro immediately fell for her, huh? Thank you, but it might invite scrutiny. I don't want to attract attention. When did... Wait, did he... Is he saying this out loud? No, this is his thought bubbles, no? Should I make up a reason to continue watching her? We're an independent judicial brand. We may be able to protect her until we land. So he's thinking this. Who's saying thank you, but it might invite scrutiny? I don't want to attract attention. Is she replying to giving him an encore? Where is my music, by the way? I don't want to attract attention, that's true. I guess she's replying to his comment about wanting an encore too. I'm flattered, thank you, but it might invite scrutiny. I don't want to attract attention by playing to Kaiser? Or maybe there is like a in-between where Kaiser like suggests something about maybe protecting her or giving her second. giving her some treatment that might protect her, and putting her under custody, the same way we see later. That will protect her. Call me if anything happens anytime. Okay, now Togashi is actually using these sort of like a cut arrow to like imply whispering. But here it definitely implies thought bubbles. He's not talking to a person here. And mangas, manga vanillas are so confusing sometimes. I can't. It would leave a log of the call. They call me, it would leave a log of the call. If there's a petition for disclosure, calls won't be confidential anymore. Just say something's wrong with the prince. We'll come as a group to watch her. So just send me a fake message, like give me a secret code, something that I would understand, but other people wouldn't understand, is what he's saying. Okay. I'd like to be of use to you and the prince. He's immediately trying to raise her up. Immediately. I learned today that music can have a powerful effect on people. Change people and you can change the world. I'd like to learn. I'd like to at least make an effort. Who knows? The king might change his mind. I feel like I just have to do something. An unusual heartbeat. A gentle, quiet tone. Unperturbed, contrary to his words. Call me. The on-the-job heartbeat of people who suppress their emotions. Excuse me. This one is in a league of his own. I can't rule out the possibility that he's being manipulated. But that's the weird thing. If he's being manipulated by someone, why are they like completely suppressing their emotion, like the emotion of the person? How does that? But outwardly, Kaiser is still acting normal. He's still behaving like a normal, like he would normally would. Like that's reflected in his inner monologue here. How can I continue watching her? How should I make an excuse just to do this? Or is it that he's making up the fact that he loves her and he's worried about her? Worried about her ability, so he wants to keep a close watch on her. He does. If you recontextualize the words, it's like, how can I make up a reason to continue watching her, to keep track of what she's doing, so that she can't go against me or against my desires. And we may be able to protect her until we land. Hopeful stuff. Yeah, maybe he is lying about love and whatever. An unusual heartbeat, gentle, quiet tune. Okay. But really, the act of making a pass at me is suspicious in itself. The blood is thickening faster than I expected. I mustn't get careless. Please, there's 76 hours until the banquet. That's a lot of hours, especially in this kind of succession battle. Let there be no more contingencies. Yeah, room number 8, Saleh's room. I was thinking, they say great men are great lovers. Being as viral as 8 Prince Saleh is good, right? He's starting to be manipulated. There it is. So he got his answer. He waited until he saw when this person would get controlled, because this person is clearly not on Saleh's side. So now that he knows the specific time about how much it would take to like convince a person who's possibly an enemy, a person that's not fond of Prince Salasala, he knows a lot more about his ability, and thus his predator is now even stronger. There it is. First, Prince Benjamin is the closest to the king, of course, but Prince Salasala's disposition is more fit for the throne. Oh, that's the guy. I thought it was Muhan. Muhan? I think it's Muhan. I already forgot. But yeah. Prince Ferdinand is the closest to the throne, but Prince Salasala's disposition is more fit for the throne. Okay. As expected, his perspective towards Salasala has changed, and he's even like spouting about his fondness for Prince Salasala and accentuating that smoke from the beast that's following him. So it kind of compels people to also praise the prince, huh? It's been about 70 hours since he started inhaling the smoke. Now he knows the exact time frame, 70 hours. So we're at the 70-hour mark at this point in the story. More time is necessary to manipulate the emotions of those who have no initial affection. I'm ready to activate it. The target is Salasala's guardian spirit beast, a diffusive induction type manipulator. Keep breathing the smoke exhaled by the Nin beast, and a miniature version appears above your head. Excuse me. The smoke is effective up to a radius of 7 meters. The more goodwill you feel towards Salasala to begin with, the faster the mini beast appears. For those already close to him, that's basically everything that I just said in, in the last page. For those already close to him with maximum loyalty, it takes 8 hours. For neutral parties, it takes 70 hours. 8 hours for close and loyal people, okay, and 70 for people that are neutral. The duplicates also emit smoke, which is effective for a radius of 2 meters. So a radius of like being able to have a conversation with someone. Okay, cool. In short, Salasala's Nin Beast manipulates goodwill with a smoke-like aura and can ultimately command the hearts of an entire country. It takes time, but once successful, the approval rate will be 100%, the world's securest dictatorship. I mean, would that work over internet though? If people just talked about it over the internet, would that be effective? I don't think so. I think you have to like talk to people in person, which would slow it down a lot. But that might be like a restriction of the ability. Yeah, you can't use internet. You have to actually be in the vicinity to inhale the smoke. But that's only if his political opponents are all moronic pushovers with no strategy. Come forth, predator. Ingenious, a warm heart. Okay, and predator spawns. Nobody else sees it because he's the only Nin user in the vicinity. Popular with the ladies. I wish I could be like that. Right? Okay. So this is the Nin Beast that's specialized against Prince Salasala's ability. It eats the small thing. What was I talking about? Bro immediately forgets everything he was even about. And then it targets the main source, relying on your mother for everything. What if, yeah, he took out the main distribution center for the main parasite, but what if he didn't take out all of the other ones? Like, all the other girls that Salasala is with, that he imprinted the or gave many versions of the ability to, would they still have it? So after he's dead in Minecraft, would people still be talking about him and still spread more influence about Prince Saleh? It'd be hilarious if, yeah, his influence remains there even after he's gone. uh, but probably it will deactivate all the other ones once you take out the origin. Relying on your mother for everything. Your nen beast was created from your nature, smeared in carnal desire. You are powerless against your natural enemy. Yep, it's gone. Huh? Why am I so bro Prince Saleh? Weird. Mission complete. Yeah, he only takes out the main source. But what if there was other people that were infected that he didn't take out? That'd be hilarious. After my predator finishes its job, I cannot use any nin for 48 hours. I've disposed of the 8th prince nin beast. Request to be subbed out for Yoshohi. Okay. Roger, we'll send him over. When he gets there, you may transfer to room 111. 111, which is Fugetsu? Nacho is 10, Fugetsu is 11. Roger. Okay, Yushohi's ability makes him the most suited for assassination among the 14 of us on this ship. So there's 14 total. I thought there was 20. I mean, better for me, less names to remember. I'll take it. But there's only 14 of them, okay. On this ship, now that he's without his guardian spirit beast, it will be easy to take out the prince. I have a report. Prince Fugetsu's nin beast is hypothesized to be capable of translocation. Okay, so he's already given a bit of information to like help him take out the nin beast, huh? This has been all but confirmed by the royal army because because it's, I guess, public news that she was found on room number tier 3. But it's possible she becomes invisible or otherwise undetectable. She may be a child, but you must be on your guard. Yushohi, if you give it all away like that, my ability gets neutralized. Oh, he's supposed to discover that on his own. He can't be given information from other sources. If someone just straight up reveals information to you, that neutralizes his ability. Ooh, that's that's a bad restriction, huh? My ability gets neutralized, but I guess he can't share his ability to other people. Maybe actually, I think Prince Benjamin's soldiers must like share their abilities. Maybe not with each other, but with Prince Benjamin and Balsamilko. Because otherwise, how would Prince Benjamin be prepared to use their abilities? Otherwise, if he didn't know how they worked. And how would he be able to assign them missions if they didn't know how they worked either? Furikov and... what's his name? The guy in Korobika's room. I forgot his name. Those guys don't... The guy who's conscious of the queen. The nice guy. These guys don't seem to know their ability, each other's ability exactly. Or it seems like that to me, at least. But they must at least report to Balsamilko and to Benjamin exactly what their abilities are, huh? But not to each other. You've escaped death for now, Prince Fugetsu, but now that we know it's a harmless ability, the assassins will come flooding in. This is Yushohi, who's assigned to Prince Fugetsu. Who's subbing in between Myuhan and Fugetsu. Okay. How to get away with murder is terminated once the... That's just how... what he names his ability, huh? Okay. Is terminated once the target moves more than 20 meters away from me. I refrained from using Nin out of concern for conflict with others' abilities, but it backfired because I couldn't notice that the prince had escaped. No, I should consider myself lucky that nobody realized that my Stinger Ball was on Prince Fugetsu. Stinger Ball, this thing. Was on Prince Fugetsu. The existence of Nin has become public in Tier 1 and my ability is no longer as versatile. Okay. The guard's testimony that I haven't touched Prince Fugetsu could even become a clue to narrow down my ability that Kurapika has sure stirred up the bot. So yeah, now that knowledge about Nin is a bit more common, his abilities to take out people is a lot more restricted. People are bound to react if they hear a buzzing by their ear. This can be used as a simple way to detect Nin users. Who knows if anyone else like Tough D is guarding a prince. So if you're a Nin user, you would detect the mosquito in your ear. That's diabolical. If they react to it, he figures them out for Nin users. If the Stinger Ball is found and removed from the target, it will never work on that same target again. Using it on someone who's not a Nin user is simpler, but it takes much longer to take effect. The Stinger Ball needs to go unnoticed while I remain close by for the long incubation period. And I love taking my time. So is that the ability that he's using on Fugetsu? Yushohi switched with the Rihan. Salisal's Nin Beast was eliminated. Roger, taking my time. I love taking my time though. Not as much as the moment my target dies. The alarm has been cancelled. The stowaway has been arrested. The lockdown order has been lifted. You are free to move about the ship. The stowaway? Wait, what are they talking about? The alarm has been cancelled. The stowaway has been arrested. Oh, they're making up a story about Fugetsu. Because they had to go into lockdown the second they discovered Fugetsu is on tier 3. So they faked a story about a stowaway and they caught them and imprisoned them is what their official narrative is. But it's just a lockdown with gag order to not let anybody know about Prince Fugetsu. It's been lifted now. You're free to move about the ship. Okay. Here he comes again. Every morning on the dot. Good morning, 9th Prince Hulkenberg. Another letter. We'll take that for you. No. Yes. I came here to deliver something else. Chapter 382. Awakening. That was just one chapter? I sure took my time with that, huh? How long have I been streaming? 1 hour, so 30 minutes for just that one chapter. That seems a lot better. We like internalized a lot more what's going on with all the characters. Sorry if it's a bit slow for your liking though. I know I'm taking my sweet ass time here. Okay. Prince Hulkenberg is back again. In person! I came here to deliver something else in person. Pulls out a Glock. Don't move. Okay. So even though he pulls a gun and all his people pulls guns on the military, the king lets him walk away. And he doesn't get arrested for this. So yeah, royalty are always like given privileges that other people aren't, huh? It took 4 days to get them to lower their guns. But I made it in time before another prince was sacrificed. 4 days. 4 days, so we're skipping forward in time. Korbika's Nin lessons was on day 2 and 3. Wait. Yeah, day 3 is what we see when Lowberry gets taken to custody, right? And I'm already forgetting, I need to go back and reread. Man. Anyway, before meeting time before another prince was sacrificed, he enters the king's chambers, and it's just full. It's so textured to show how high quality and how luxurious everything is in this room, huh? All the paintings, even the wallpaper, everything is max luxury, max quality. Let's put an end to this once and for all, father. Damn. You know what? I always thought, you see this gun here at the bottom right? I know the text is covering it, let me. You see the gun here in the bottom right? It's quite, oops. Yeah, my mouse wasn't being captured. It's quite blurred. I always thought that this was like a special effect applied in... you've seen the Hunter x Hunter, like, manga panels animation with music video thing. Is it Hunter x Hunter promotional video? Yeah. I always thought that was done in software, but no, that's just how it is in the manga. It is actually blurred. Like a camera. The camera's depth of field. That's actually pretty cool. Because if you're actually capturing this on camera, the focus would be on Prince Halkenberg's face, and it would blur the gun in the foreground. That's pretty cool. Gashi, that's actually sick. Let's put an end to this once and for all. Just want to take a second to like look around the room, look at everything around here. All the alcohol bottles next to the king. He even has one specifically picked out. Oh, that's TV. I thought that was he's staring at an art piece or something. That definitely has to be a TV. There's speakers around. So he's watching, what is he watching? A nature's documentary? That doesn't look like the outside, there's trees. Like, that wouldn't be the ocean, is it? He's just watching some National Geographic's documentary. Meanwhile, Halkenberg approaches. It's too late. There's still time. You consented to the ritual. I was never told we were to... He wasn't told that. So, some of them were coerced. Or were they not coerced? And Prince Halkenberg is... No, there'd be no reason to lie in between these two characters. At least. So some people were coerced into the ritual and then told afterwards of the nature of the ritual, huh? It's an important part of the process, to be able to adapt to new situations. I see. Then this is my answer. You must decide to suspend the succession battle, or I will shoot. The battle for succession is out of my hands now. I can't do anything about it anymore. Just call it off. I refuse. The battle is for you. All of you. All of you. do the failing princes get to reincarnate into like the beasts later on? Like, how else would it be like for all of you if you're passed away? Do like the other princes that are sacrificed in the succession war get reincarnated as the next generation of Nen beasts for the Kakin Empire? The next time someone, the next king, when the next king like does the ritual for his own offspring. So it is for all of you because they get to reincarnate as beasts and get the chance to like possibly serve as king aid, like the king guardian spirits later on. The battle is for you all. Is for you, all of you. Don't let others do the work for you. You need to take action, Hulkenberg. There is nothing more disgusting than hypocrisy. With a revolution, I will become king and put a stop to this battle. Goodbye, father. He's calling Hulkenberg hypocritical. And Hulkenberg is the guy who wants to, without bloodshed, like change Kaki and change the throne, but he doesn't want to do the dirty work of forcing himself into the throne, or at least that's how his current position is that I want to do everything peaceful, just without bloodshed. And the king considers that hypocritical. Don't let others do the work for you. You need to take action, Hulkenberg. Okay. I will become king and put a stop to this battle. Okay. Good aim, but always fire 3 shots when shooting to kill. He's giving him instructions. I am but a part of the ritual now. He is a part of the ritual. So that's why there's an extra bed. He specifically says he's part of the ritual too. I have a role and I cannot die until it ends. I have a role and I cannot die until it ends. He has a role, so until it ends. So yeah, he's straight up confessing that yeah, I'm going in that chamber. And when it ends, I will be sacrificed for the sake of the next king. Nugoi. Sire. These circumstances we accounted for before the ship's departure as secret training exercises. 9th Prince Hulkenberg and your guards will not be punished. So this was all within expected parameters. Then how's this? Yep, even that is accounted for. The beasts themselves will protect him. I mean, the beasts themselves reflect the prince. The prince himself doesn't want to die, and thus the beast protects him, no? So it is a guardian beast reflecting Hulkenberg's desire to not die. To be fair, the beasts aren't exactly reflective of the will of the user. They specifically probably have a directive to protect their princes. So it doesn't matter if the prince themselves wants to. So yeah, they'll protect him against his own will. Okay. Are you awake now? Have you heard of the the trolley problem is being brought up here? I don't remember that. Are you saying our countrymen are on one track and my sibling princes are on the other? Yeah, because if you break the succession war, could there could there be a restriction that if the succession ritual is disbanded, that this would reflect a curse back on Kakin itself? Or is it just the king is like assuming, yeah, if we don't have this power, other nations will destroy us without gaining this power? Without doing this ritual and establishing this kind of like holy king abilities and stuff. Hmm. Or would it actually reflect a curse back on their own people? That would be an insane restriction. That might explain why this succession ritual can like place this sorry bombing the mic. This can explain why the whole ritual can like has the ability to like control if people can exit the black whale one or not. It's like the entire nation's at risk of being inflicted by a curse if this succession battle isn't strictly allowed to go on, is the words. It's not exactly the word I wanted to say. I can't put it into words, but basically if you put the potential to like curse the entire nation, then it makes it really hard to like break out of the succession war tournament, and maybe that's how you have the restriction of not allowing anybody to exit the premises because of the condition that is possibly could affect the entire nation of Kakin. Have you heard of the trolley problem? Are you saying that our countrymen are on one track and my sibling princes are on the other? You think this is a binary choice, huh? That's not like you. It proves you're not thinking straight. What must survive is the country. The people's lives always come first. The question is who pulls the lever? So to him, he can never sacrifice the masses. At least that's how King Hyogor thinks. He literally put 200,000 people on a boat and called them sacrifices. But I guess that's a small sacrifice in the face of saving the entire nation. Is how he sees it. God damn. Okay. The question is who pulls the lever. Someone is going to like pull that lever. Is what he's saying. It's just a matter of who does it. Which of the princes is going to be able to make the choice of taking out the other princes and saving the country. In his mind, there is no chance that there won't be at least one person who does it. You cannot be king without bearing the cross. You cannot change the country without being king. So if you want to be king, you have to bear the cross and you have to... If you want to change the country and do what you want, you have to be king, and to be a king, you have to bear the cross of becoming the king. You have to commit whatever you need to commit to get to that position, so that you can enact your own position, no, your own desires and your own convictions. Otherwise, it's meaningless if you don't win. Tell me you don't need a king after you become one. Why is Van Gogh? Was Van Gogh on the wall somewhere here? I think that's Van Gogh, right? The man being eaten by a monster. I guess it's somewhere in this room, or implied to be somewhere in this room. The depiction of what was it? Was it man eating himself or something? I don't remember the story behind the painting. Or was it how Van Gogh perceived himself? Maybe. I need to refresh my memory on that painting. Tell me you don't need a king after you become one. Shikaku, respond. Yeah, Shikaku is the guy who's currently on Hulkenberg's. Shikaku here. I'm in room 9. The 9th prince went to deliver his petition to the king. I was resting. Yes, it is odd that I'm sleeping when he's out. Oh, he's surprised that he found himself asleep. His nin beast must have attacked. There is no mark. It might have faded already. Revolution, but he withdrew from the battle. He hasn't been attacked yet by the arrow. He hasn't been attacked by the arrow, but he was forced asleep. Why was he forced asleep? Does it just happen every day? That the people around Hulkenberg all fall asleep and wake up with the mark? But why do they fall asleep? His Nin Beast must have attacked. There is no mark. It might have faded already. Revolution, but he withdrew from the battle. Okay, he's surprised about the news that Hulkenberg tried to mount a revolution against the king. They're all gone. I'll be right over. Don't worry, the king is safe. But he withdrew from the battle. He, by his own definition, withdrew. But that doesn't count, because you need to convince everybody. You need to convince the entire nation, maybe even, that you withdrew. What is this? Okay. Don't worry, the king is safe. Things cooled off under the pretense of a drill. But he went to kill father. Benjamin is talking to him. He failed. Now he steeled himself. Yeah, he can tell that he steeled himself because he's doing all this. He's spouting all this nin out in front of everybody. Hulkenberg has awakened and will go all out now. Prioritize his elimination. Procure his ability. Hulkenberg's ability. So, feeling powerless, he mounted a revolution. It completely failed. It flopped. He couldn't even do this. So he genuinely felt outclassed and outmaneuvered, and doesn't feel like his plans or his desire to like do it with as least Why am I doing air quotes? He doesn't feel that he can do things the way that he wants to do it. Which is just take out the king at most and not kill any of his innocent brethren. So after he feels like completely outclassed, he gives in. He's like, okay, that's true. I genuinely cannot change anything. I have to like become the king. I have to like do things the way. I just have to get power. I have to make it to the top. So I can change things from there. He accepts that he has to make this choice. To be the one who pulls the switch on the trolley problem. Okay. He failed, now he steeled himself. Hulkenberg has awakened and will go all out now. Prioritize his elimination. Procure his ability. Hulkenberg's ability. Yeah, he's just completely given in. He's doing Crollo's blackface. But yeah, his face is darkened. He's completely committed to doing this. So is it that he just gave up? He's just like, yeah, things just won't work. It won't work the way I want them to. I have to do it the way father claims. Okay. Yogyo. Cold sept. Yogyo cold sept. Cold sept? No, that's cul de sac. What's called sept? Cold sept. Cold sept. Series of turn-based strategy video games by Omiya Soft. Okay, I don't think that's concept meaning. Is it a word? Concept. It's literally just the game. Concept. What is this game? It seems like an isometric. This seems somewhat familiar. Have I played this? So the next level BS2 game. I don't think I've played this on BS2. It looks very similar to something I played back in Flash days. Back on Armor games or something. Okay. Yogyo concept. His followers aura united becomes an unparalleled armor to protect the prince and an arrow to pierce his enemies. Yu-Gi-Oh? Wait, is that just Yu-Gi-Oh? Yu-Gi-Oh. It's just Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh concept. Why is Yu-Gi-Oh being mentioned? I have no memory of Yu-Gi-Oh being mentioned. Wait, hold up. Okay. Huh. Yu-Gi-Oh called Sept. Duck AI. Man. Go away. AI. Search engines. It's just giving me concept. It thinks I misspelled concept. Cool. There's nothing. Okay. Yu-Gi-Oh! And I guess it's mixing these two games together, huh? Yu-Gi-Oh! And Concept. His followers are united, becomes an unparalleled armor to protect the prince and an arrow to pierce his enemies. His own aura becomes a bow and guides the arrow through. Is what's his name? Shikaku like analyzing his ability? Is he like specialized in analyzing other people's abilities? And that's what's going on, or is that the narrator telling us what's going on? Okay. We see Shikaku like pulling out something that looks like a card. War changes the enemy's institutions through force. Combat annihilates the enemy's will itself through force. To wield such a force is to be willing to face death. This is where he commits to like, oh yeah, we are all in this together. And he crafts his arrow ability. Because they're all willing to face death together. All the same... all on the same level, the same battleground. Fire arrow pierces the enemy's every possible defense and robs the flesh of its will. The fired arrow pierces the enemy's every possible defense and robs the flesh of its will, in exchange for the body of one of his followers. Okay, so yeah, this is where they switch bodies, in exchange for the body of one of his followers. I can't even make it into a card? In other words, what an ability. So, Shikaku's ability, Yu-Gi-Oh! Concept, is he somehow captures? He puts a defense and he captures people's abilities and turns it into a trap card. He can Uno reverse card, reverses people's abilities on them. When he's attacked by another person's ability, he captures it and uses it back on them, huh? Once the bow is drawn, an arrow that cannot be intercepted or defended against pierces the target. It's an ability that ensures victory in individual combat. So yeah, it is very powerful against single combatants. But if you're fighting against like multiple opponents, that wouldn't be nearly as effective, because you can only take control of one target. Your Highness, your orders, please. That was the second time there was a powerful undulation of aura along with a rumbling. That was the second time? So we're skipping forward in time because I think this is the first time. There was a powerful undulation of aura along with a rumbling. There was two times. The first time they didn't launch an attack. There was like a powerful undulation of aura. But there was no attack the first time. The second time there should have been a rumbling because they used the... Or is it not related to the arrow attack? The rumbling just happens from all the aura being condensed together. Okay, that makes more sense. When Hulkenberg like collects with everyone else, they send shockwaves, nin shockwaves that other nin users can notice. I must keep an accurate, or is it everybody that can notice it? Maybe it actually shakes the entire ship, or tier 1 at least. I must keep accurate tracks of the times and general direction. General direction, yeah. Yeah, the direction of the arrow. So they can't feel the tremors from the arrow, is what I can gather from Korobika's sentence. Now that the silent assassin hasn't struck in a while, we have a loud intimidator. if that is an individual's power, we can't defend against it once targeted. I mean, you can dodge. I think you can dodge. It can miss. Is my only option to be worry? No, I've done all that I could to make doubly sure. Helplessness will only be detrimental to my nin. I mean, now Hulkenberg is committed to playing the game. Would he actually renege on his deal with Korabika and target Prince Wobble? Or would he only use force against people at the top like Prince Benjamin and Suraidnik and whatnot, and he would spare. He would work together with the lower princes to come to an agreement that they have completely withdrawn from the battle, and once everybody agrees, then it's basically official. They consider him the king and they themselves give up the throne. I think Hulkenberg should probably trend in that direction. If he survives. Yeah, we know we know what happens eventually. My only option is to be wary. No, I've done all. Okay, this helplessness will only be detrimental to my men. The enemy is an endurance. The enemy in an endurance race is oneself. Oh. You're your own enemy when it comes to endurance. And yeah, Saleh has been taken out. His entourage are trying to revive him. He was taken out quickly in comparison to Prince Fugetsu. Is that why Prince Fugetsu is cursed? Because what's his name couldn't infect her with the mosquito assassination long enough to take her out quickly. Let me go back. Sorry, what's his name? This guy. And I love taking my time, though not as much as the moment my target dies. What's his name? I remember it was Yoshohi. It was something I struggled to remember or even pronounce. Yoshohi. Is it because he cursed her very slightly that his ability is just taking its sweet time to take out Prince Fugetsu? Maybe. 8th day? 8 p.m? The banquet begins. Day number 8. Okay. So that's 4 days of Korobika's Nin classes that we just skipped over. That we're probably gonna go back and discuss everything through. And now it's time to begin the very first Sunday banquet. What chapter are we on? 383. Okay. Chapter 383, Escape. And now it's time to begin the very first Sunday banquet. We have planned a concert hosted by the royal family. You see a bunch of royalty, or VVIPs, I guess. I must regretfully inform you that we have a last-minute program change. 8th Prince Saleh, who declared he would change the world with his performance tonight, has taken ill and will not be able to perform. But there are still many fabulous performances in tonight's program. Please enjoy. Have we ever gotten an official announcement for Saleh's passing? Actually, I think we do. I have a vague memory of maybe we do. But what I remembered is Hulkenberg. We had an official thing that says, yeah, Hulkenberg is out of the running. He's been found dead. But Prince Salasale, I'm kinda not sure if we do have an announcement about him passing away or not. Okay, we will see. I think we don't ever get a notification of him passing away, which could mean he's still in the running, and my theory about his monster still like infecting other people could still be true. Maybe it doesn't count that he's dead until his guardian spirit beast is considered completely taken out as well. But that doesn't apply to Hulkenberg, who's still alive and still has his guardian beast active, who were announced dead. We have the announcers back. These guys. They're still around. I thought they never showed up ever again. But no, they do. Multiple panels even. Okay. So there have been some changes in the program. We apologize. Just fewer acts, which moves up the starting timer for the second half. Sounds like an honor to be the headliner. There are no changes in the order of performances. Then there are no problems. The first and second princes probably nin users aren't here either. Fewer things to worry about. Yeah, because she's about to use nin on everybody. Excuse me. Why me? Princess orders. 90 minutes until execution of the plan. Program. Freestyle rap battle. Basho and Ridge. Hunter Association. This guy. Ridge. Who's this guy? Where is this guy from? I don't remember. I guess they're both Hunter Association. Because it's specified. Dance performance. Staff. Which is this. Rock band, which is Izu and his friend Giuliano. He's also from the Hunter Association. Okay. A cappella chorus, which is also Six Prince Tyson. Personal guards. Okay. Intermission, break with these guys. Okay. Then talk show, Tamazo and Gantai. We cut off. We don't know who Tamazo and Gantai. Is it these guys? I think it's these guys. It's intermission and talk show. Piano solo, Kini, and then melody. Glass harp performance, 10th and 11th prince. Glass harp performance, 10th and 11th prince. But at that point they would have escaped, so they're not actually gonna do their performance. The servants taking part in the performance can't come back to this room, right? Yeah, room 13, Miriam. Won't that make serving the queen difficult? Serving the queen. So somebody from their part is going out and who's it? Who's Bacho assigned to? Who was Bacho assigned to? Yeah, he's Loser's guard, so it's not Bacho. Bacho and Ridge. Maybe it's Ridge. Giuliano. Kini, Melody. Is it Tamazo and Gantai? I don't know why people would listen to the guards of the 13th prince do a talk show. Doesn't sound reasonable. But yeah, servants. Oh, maybe they're the servants. They're the dance performance. Part of the dance performance. Okay, because they say servants, not guards. Won't that make serving the queen difficult? Unlike the princes and queens, Unlike the princes and the queens, if a servant suddenly backed out, it would be interpreted as a threat. If they use it as a reason to summon the queen and prince for questioning, they'll have to go back outside. If all goes well, we could hole up in here until our destination. I'd like to spend the time as peacefully as possible. Okay, what about these guys' situation? The queen and prince have to eventually leave the room, no? I guess they've been holed up in the room for the entirety of the week, because the moment they leave, they can't come back. Unless if the prince themselves leaves, maybe that breaks the ability and everyone else can come back inside at that point. I mean, think about it. If you take everybody outside, including the prince and the queen, then go back inside, everyone together, you all come back inside the original room that is actually on the boat. So that can be a way to reconvene, bring everybody back together by having everybody exit the room just into the stairway, into the hall, and then just walk back inside. That way everybody will walk back in together and be in the same room. Okay. That is a possibility for them to like fix their situation if they really need to. Yeah. Okay. Unlike the princes and the queens, if a servant suddenly backed out, it would be interpreted as a threat. If they use it as a reason to summon the queen and prince for questioning, they'll have to go back outside. I'm not sure exactly what they mean. If all goes well, we could hole up in here until our destination. So they don't want to reconvene, they want to utilize the ability to stay safe. They want to stay in the room, because nobody else can enter the room if they stay in this spatial dimension. If they reconvene, they don't know exactly if they could tap into this space again. They don't understand the exact mechanism of it. So they don't want to tempt it. They don't want to see what the conditions are. But can they like refuse to go to a banquet? Is that something a prince can do? I guess they can feign, oh, I'm sick, so I don't feel well, so I'm not gonna go. It is just kind of like an event, something that you can decline going to. I couldn't agree more, but we should station a few more people in the real room 13. It'll seem more natural. Yeah, because if somebody comes knocking, they couldn't hear it. You have to have someone else in the real room actually managing stuff and pretending like everything is fine and nothing is out of the ordinary. Okay. But also, they could be at the threat of dying if, like, Prince Benjamin sends another guard to room 13 and they go in and they don't find the queen and the prince. They're like, okay, this is treason. Where is the queen and prince? I'm gonna kill everybody here. So yeah, everybody who's gonna stay in the real room will be under threat, or under the threat of being assassinated for treason, probably. I mean, that's the excuse that Benjamin's soldiers will use. Okay, I'm already running out of breath. How long has it been? 2 hours. Yep, makes sense. Okay, we finished this chapter. Take a little break, then we'll continue. It'll seem more natural. We'll move the hunters assigned to 13th Prince Mariam over there to reduce the burden of on the servants on this side. With the security concerns, you'll be fine as long as you're here. It's to maintain peace, as you say. What about you? I'll stay. You'll need a woman. You'll need a woman around. Yeah, because all these servant girls are leaving, I guess. I guess that confirms that all the servants are gone. Just Bisky is left. You'll need a woman around. So that must mean that everyone else is gone. Biscuit, where do you go? Be right there. Besides, the prince likes me. Okay, well then. You'll need a woman around. How can she be so sweet? So he's infatuated with her because he saw the muscles and now he likes the fact that she can like turn back into a girl? Into like natural form of a girl? Need a woman around. How can she be so sweet? I guess he's just infatuated with her like completely now, not just the masculine form of her. Okay. We're after the next one. Are you nervous, Catty? No. Okay. I refuse to consider failure. Is Fugitsu not even aware that the plan is going on? Is it just Kacho and Kenny and Melody? That was beautiful. A round of applause for Kenny. Did we get to see anything about the talk show? No. I think these guys are just the intermission. Who's Tamazo and Gantai? Let me Google that quickly. Tamazo Gantai. Is it just the announcers? Gantai, Hunter x Hunter Wikipedia. Yeah, it is the announcers. So they are hosting the talk show, these guys. So, okay. These guys are the talk show. Intermission, I guess, is just a break for everybody. The staff is it could be like a whole bunch of staff. And some of them are from the 13th room, Prince Mariam's guards, or servants, I mean, that left for the performance. Okay. That's everybody. Cool. That was beautiful. A round of applause for Kenny. Next, we have Melody from the Hunter Association on the flute. Melody is a music hunter. She can play all sorts of instruments. Her favorite is the flute. Please enjoy. Kenny puts in earplugs, yeah, to not get affected. Everybody else, Katy and Kacho. We're going over our music. So the guy is like, "Oh, what are you doing? Why are you covering your ears?" "Oh, we're just practicing. We're just preparing for our performance. We can't be focusing on this performance. I have to focus on my own for now." Is their excuse, huh? Going over music. 3 minutes. That's how long I can entrance everyone who listens. In a world of sound, if I play it like I mean it. That's how long I can entrance people who listen in a world of sound, if I play it like I mean it. Okay. We get this beautiful spread melody. Basically taking out everybody. Even the people not in the room, they're probably listening to the performance to keep track of everything going on. First prince, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8. 8 is Salsale, 9 is Hulkenberg. 10, 11 is Kachu Fugitsu, which is not listening. 12 is Momoz, who's gone, and 13 Mariam, who's I mean, Mariam could also be listening. We will see in a second. Yeah, everybody's entranced. But the weird thing is that there is black all over the screen here at the top. You see that? Oh, if you like look at all of this, is it like supposed to be like malicious? It doesn't look exactly like how Togashi depicts malice. This is very close. This just has lines going through it. But it is exactly the same. Yeah, all the guards are taken out. This way! Kenny will guide you to the lifeboat launch. Run as fast as you can. Kenny must have knocked these guys out. Because everyone else is just standing. These guys are on the floor. I mean, I don't know why you would knock them out if they're entranced. They're not really a threat. Maybe just to be safe. He's just worried that they might react. Or maybe he's worried they might somehow not be listening to the music. Or maybe deaf. Just in case. He's taking them out. Kenny will guide you to the lifeboat. Run as fast as you can. I mean, he's not taking out everybody here. Why are these guys knocked out? Weird. I'll take out 2 minutes. It'll take 2 minutes to get to the escape boats. Once in the water, head west at full speed. West. Yeah, because the way we saw it depicted on the map, they were heading east towards the new continent. It'll take 2 minutes to get to the escape boats. Once in the water, head west at full speed. Use your ability as a last resort. Only use it when you're truly at risk. When they're about to catch you. So yeah. Okay. You should be able to activate. You should be able to activate it from the lifeboat. Imagine cocking. And if the door doesn't appear, go back to your bedroom on board. We'll save you another way. Yeah, if it doesn't work, if for some reason it's like too far away, or something, if the distance doesn't allow for your ability to work, just go back to your own rooms and we will find excuses for why you abandoned your place. We'll save you another way. I never saw Kachu's guardian beast. Please, let them escape. So she's worried about Kachu's potential beast. She doesn't know how it works. Go, hurry. Thank you. And he smiles. Poor bastard. He doesn't know what's gonna happen to him. I mean, he probably knows. That's probably why he's smiling. Anyway. Good luck. Make it out. Now then. He holds up the Glock. What's this? My wife and daughter. They died in an accident 2 years ago. Oh, this is the conversation. We get the dialogue now. What's this? My wife and daughter. They died in an accident 2 years ago. I've been looking for a place to die ever since. She's worried about him. Yeah, she reacts like, what? Why? No, don't. It's alright. I don't mind, Yanni. There need to be no accomplices. There need to be no accomplices, or it'll affect the entire mission for the Hunter Association. So he chooses to sacrifice himself. He's like, don't worry about it. It's fine. I will take all the blame. It will be like, I will shoulder the entire blame on myself. The entire mission for the Hunter Association. I can be proud when I see my wife and kid. I saved the lives of 2 wonderful girls. He doesn't know. After I heard his heartbeat. How could I stop him? He takes himself out? I thought he gets shot by somebody. No. "11:55 is the current time. When a number is stated first, it's a signal for a hunter's code." Oh yeah, this is where they explain it. 11:55 is the current time. Use the nth word in each sentence. Okay. The nth word, which is 11th word in each sentence, which can only be determined by reading the Japanese, not by the English, because the words will have different order. We're almost out, we did it. But wait, let's go back to Kenny. Why doesn't Kenny just escape with them? Well, I mean, it's not like they can navigate a ship through treacherous waters that, like, 8 days in, that's a lot of grounds to cover. If they want to go back towards human civilization, can they, like, pirate the ship? Can they feed themselves? Can they survive on their own for 8 days? Why doesn't Kenny just escape with them and help them escape and help them survive? I mean, I guess you need someone to take the fall. Otherwise, Melody and other people will be... Like, it also makes sense if the guard is missing and he escaped with them. I mean, if anything, taking himself out, that's more suspicious. Why wouldn't he have escaped with them instead? It's almost like he's trying to make a cover story for them. Like, because he could have just boarded the board with them. The boat, the escape raft with them. Or did he just take himself out because he wanted to? Man, okay. Almost out, we did it. Sploosh, sploosh. Yeti, we won't ever be apart again, right? Never. We'll always be together. We can make it with the two of us. Getty, I know. I see the exit. Hang on. And Malice. See? That's how Togashi usually depicts Malice. Which is it Malice or is it just Nin? I mean, it's definitely what he uses to, like, depict the malice of what's his name? Barristan. When Barristan is, like, feeling angry for the first time and he's, like, shrouded in all this dark aura. You mean to tell me it's just Nin? It's more than that. It's more than just Nin. Okay. What is this terrible feeling? Leaving the ship doesn't mean escape, but death. All the hands grabbing at them. I just had a thought. Hands. Multiple hands. Not just one singular hand or one singular ability, but many hands. Are these, like, the hands, are these a representation of all the people that were sacrificed previously? Just like King Nasubi said, like, these 200,000 people are sacrifices for the sake of Kakin. Are these the representation of all the other people that were sacrificed in the best? Being channeled here as these hands that stop anybody from escaping. It could be like the hands of all the people that were sacrificed in best competitions. In the previous generations. Get back to the ship, now! She opens the door, slam. Catty! No, Catty, no! And then, yeah, she's gone, and the spirit beast appears instead. Slam. Why does the door slam? Over here in this panel down here. Is it that Kacho slammed the door shut so that the hands don't catch up to Fugetsu? Is she grabbed anywhere? I don't see Kacho being grabbed. Did she slam the door closed so that the hands don't get to Fugetsu? Or is it part of the ability that the door just slams closed behind every user? I think it's Kacho who closed the door to save Fugetsu from being caught up in it. Then the spirit beast incarnates and replaces Kacho, and I guess the spirit beasts can leave the area and not be affected. I'm so glad. I was so worried. What happened? I made it in time. Let's get back to the ship. This is worse than we thought. There's punishment for leaving the ship. We'll have to try again with a different plan, but we gotta lay low for a while. Okay, as long as I'm with you. As long as I'm with you. What happens at the end of the battle? I think all the other beasts will get collected by the sacrificial altar room. So I guess this Nin beast will have to like disappear. Or could it actually just hang out with Fugetsu and become her guardian, her second guardian Nin beast? Maybe it could, but I think most likely it will get collected by the altar. 10th and 11th Prince Kacho and Fugetsu's guardian spirit beasts. Both are cooperative. Fugetsu's a tunnel. Kacho's is interminate? How do you interminate? What is interminate? To menace, to threaten. Terminate is interminate. Endless. Interminate sleep. Either endless as an adjective or verb. Oh. To threaten is a verb, but this is an adjective. Okay, so it's endless. Kacho's is endless. Fugetsu's guardian spirit beast's ability: secret door, magical worm, translocation ability with Fugetsu controlling the outward journey and Kacho controlling the return. Okay. Kacho's guardian spirit beast's ability: season of 2. Without you, if either of the two dies, it takes her form to protect the other and stay by her side until her death. So if Fugetsu died, the spirit would have incarnated as Fugetsu as well. I don't remember that detail, but yeah, it's already doesn't matter. So because Kacho has been terminated and the spirit beast has incarnated as her. Okay, chapter 384, War. Before we get into these last two chapters, I wanna just take a little break. Just like 5 minutes. Get my voice back. See you. Hello. Hmm. I'm back. Uh, just- okay, let's continue. Chapter 384 War. Seventh day, Saturday. 10:30 p.m. Second search turned up nothing. I see. The army will soon suspect the mafia is involved. Second search turned up nothing. Is it about the assassination, Luini? Is it because uh, the assassin hasn't been caught, so they're like, hey, is this a mafia hit? A genuine bust would be a great way to find out what Haley is up to. Genuine bust. But then our hideout will also will be exposed to scrutiny. Nothing we can do about that. Hmm? Wait. Okay, so yeah, they are talking about the Haley family's assassins who are going crazy and um, killing people. So Kenny is already uh, that's loud. I need to find a way to like balance the music. That's real loud. Okay. Uh, well, he knows the Haley are the ones committing the murders, and he wants to catch them, but or he knows the police will now get antsy, and they might like search all the mafia hideouts. He's worried about that because, yeah, their hideout getting caught, getting searched is gonna put them at a disadvantage. Up to it. Then our hideout will also be exposed to scrutiny. Nothing we can do about that. Phantom troopers sitting around. They look familiar. Spiders. They want to work with us. Hold it. Don't make it sound like we slithered up to you. It's just easier that way. Screw that. Start talking. He really doesn't like their style, huh? He wants to coerce and manipulate and put fancy words on around everything going around, happening to make things go smoother his way. But spiders just don't roll like that. They just say stuff as is. I see. So the Haley hitman uses psychic powers called Nin. The Zhao, assistant to the Cho'ar boss, military advisor for the 7th Prince's army, Losers, yeah. In the past few days, 8 of our men went missing. The same thing is happening at Shiyu. 8 of our men have gone missing. So they're also killing other mafia people, not just civilians. Okay. It's happening at Shiyu. According to the reports of our collection agents, the number of missing workers is now over 300. This isn't the work of a single man. We think the hitman who sowed chaos in Tier 3 came down below with his accomplices. Okay. And they're continuing to kill in ingenious ways. We need to take action quickly. Sure. What does that have to do with these guys? We're looking for a guy called Hisoka, but he wasn't here in Tier 5. We want to search up above. If you run it by Shiyu in Tier 4 for us, we'll get rid of this hitman for you. Your hitman has a translocation ability and can be elusive, but there's one location he will come back to, right here. What he wants lies beyond that door that you came through. Oh, you came from up above, right? What the hitman wants is a route upstairs. Haley have their route. Haley have their route through their benefactor, the fourth prince. Why bother with ours? Who knows? Maybe they're after the boss's life. He's just like, oh, you're just gonna drop that. Who knows? Maybe he's just trying to assassinate your boss or something. Like, well, that's serious business. For a second, he's just, huh? The fourth prince himself may be wary of Morena, who just recently took over. Okay, the fourth prince himself may be wary of Morena, who just recently took over. Please have Boss Lee, Brock Lee, verify whether Morena is in Tier 1. Right, Morena's location will drastically change things. If she's not up there right now, you can't get through. What do you mean? It'll be an all-out war, one that won't stop until one side gets crushed. If she's not up there right now, you can't get through. Because they're going to war, they can't afford to like let the troop members travel. The Kakin Mafia has a code of conduct. A member who wishes to make a hit or raid needs to tell their boss in advance, and the bosses touch base with each other. Huh? I don't get it. Boss, I can't stand it anymore. Let me at him. Alright, go. I'll talk to them. Boss A. Member B. Sorry, my youngin' went rogue. The folly of youth. I'll settle it with blank. And they make amends. Boss B. The deal could be made with money or a life or a limb. But the victim's boss makes an offer considering the overall balance. This shows the boss's generosity and control. The notification is often after the fact, but it's an unwritten rule that it should be within 24 hours. Warren has not made contact in 24 hours. The most important thing is that the boss was away from his turf when the inciting incident occurred. That means the underling must have not consulted with their boss. That means it's war. That's the way it must be for... Oh, so... No, she needs to be there. She needs to be at tier 1. That the member... Okay. Member A will tell the boss. The boss will go into hiding or will go away on a business trip or something. Member A will kill member B. Then boss A will come back, be like, oh, sorry, my underling acted when I wasn't here. And then they will settle it. But if Morena was not on tier 1, that means she is currently at tier 2 or 3. She's at tier 3. That means the hit happened under her nose, and that is considered direct orders from her if it happens when she's around. Okay. That it should be within 24 hours. The most important thing is that the boss is away from his turf when the inciting incident occurred. That's the way it must be for the Kakin Mafia. I see. Aboard this ship, the only place away from their turf are tiers 1 and 2. That's right. It's been more than 2 days since the first murder, but it's not a big deal yet. There may have been no contact because the boss was away. Maybe she can't come back and can't resolve this within the day. But if the boss was in tier 3 and there's no call, the war is on. It's the equivalent of personally shooting another boss. There's no stopping it anymore. So if you kill the hitman, the troop will be at war with Hailey. So if you kill the hitman, the troop will be at war with Hailey. It will continue until one side is crushed. Well, that's fine with us. We don't mind. Like, yeah, we'll kill all of them. Yeah, no problem. There will be practical problems. The lowest echelons bunks have nothing to do with it. They won't cooperate with any family in a war. You won't be able to get intelligence from them like you did here. We can talk to Shiyu, but you'll have to find this Hisoka yourself. So, if the Haley boss is down here, it'll be quickest for us to kill her. And the guy is like, buddy, huh? What are you talking about? If the new boss is a troublemaker, get another one. Just replace Morena. If the relationship between the benefactors and the boss was bad, they may even thank us. Can you verify where Morena is at once? In the meantime, we'll get a hold of the others and hunt down the hitman. Dangerous, right? You're right. So he's already informed him of the entire situation in secret. And the guy just had to like confirm it with his own eyes. Okay, we get the Shiyu boss, the Sha'ar boss. Shiyu boss is a glutton. Sha'ar boss is... oh, I never noticed this, but he's infatuated with animals, huh? What the hell is that? Is that supposed to be a dog? A dog, a cat, a chicken, another cat, an eagle or some falcon bird, tons of fish, some salamander. I think that's what's it's called, the things that chameleons that camouflage. You can barely see it. I think that's two of them actually. 1, 2. Okay, that's cool. So he's infatuated with animals. And an empty room. Oh, the room where the Haley are supposed to be. Because they're not at their official hideout. They have a secret hideout that they're actually using. And there's nobody at the official hideout. Nice, nice. Okay. 1, 2, and 3 is missing. Haley. But it's not in order. Shiyu is depicted first, then Sha'ar, which is tier 5. Tier 4, 5, 3. It's weird how the Shiyu is... well, their benefactor is... but then why would the Haley not be on top? I guess because it's just narrative. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'm reading too much into it. The second track fakers, who must stay out of the limelight, were compensated under the table. And we get another shot of the Haley place that's very empty. You can even see the flowers wilting away on the same table. On another table, actually. But it is the same thing. It's wilting away because nobody's there. Are compensated under the table. Their residence on board were in equivalent locations to those of the High Queens, with their luggage allowances second only to the kings. On one condition: absolute obedience to the monarchy system. Absolute obedience to the monarchy. Which both the Shiyu and Sha'ar ascribe to. They are willing to work with the monarchy, but the Haley don't. At least Morena's Haley don't. The monarchy. Yeah. She's not in the VVIP area, which means it's war. She's probably been down below since boarding, camouflaged by buying out a butler. Buying out a butler? Yeah, I'd been busy. It wasn't on my mind. So they contacted Sridnik. And what the hell is going on? This isn't Sridnik's room. They're cleaning up. Who the hell did he murk? Of course, do as you please. I'll do something about it when I'm free. Hey, get the soldiers in the lower tiers to search Morena's hideout. Back to work. Yes, sir. Hmm. So he completely tortured and killed somebody, I guess. In front of Theta, even. Okay. Who was it? Was it one of the guards? Wasn't a servant? Hmm? What a horrifying aura. And I'm guessing this is before Melody's melody. Hmm. Girl, what a terrifying aura. What a specialist nin beast conjured without intent. I can't even imagine what kind of ability it might possess. The guardian spirit beast created through ritual, and his own alter ego created through instinct. If I wait for an opportunity, I'll be too late. She has to take a risk. She has to just sacrifice herself to take him out, even. And we see the conjured beast, which somewhat suspiciously looks somewhat, in my opinion at least, it looks similar to Benjamin's beast, at least on the leg parts. The way their legs are. Okay. Sorry. Hmm. I think there's a slight resemblance between Benjamin's guardian spirit beast and Tsoridnik's conjured beast. Hmm. Not exactly. Oh well. Splendid. That feeling you just noticed is a sign to move on to the next stage, the application of basics, and the combination of the four exercises. Oh, finally. Phew. To be honest, I fear you. I've never seen anyone learn Nin so fast. So far outside the standard range, I found myself putting on the brakes. Well, most people are like that when faced with a true genius. Yes, I have a high opinion of you, Theta dear. Thank you. I know what I must do. Let us waste no time unlocking your potential. Four exercises are Ten, Zetsu, Ren, and Hatsu. You have already been practicing Ten and Ren at a high level. Well, I'm a genius. You'll need to work on them every day to increase the power of your Hatsu. The key, the most technical aspect, is Zetsu. She's lying through her teeth. To close off your aura. Yes, it is no exaggeration to say that to master Zetsu is to master Nin. I mean, I think it's useful, but I don't think it is as she's describing. First, close off your aura in sections, then shut down the aura for your whole body and maintain that for more than an hour. Once you can do that, we practice some more. I see. First, imagine in the mind. Brr. Don't interfere. This training really is necessary to learn Nin. I haven't told a lie. Get out of my way. uh, First, the hands. Yes, very good. For now, I can be sincere in my desire for his progress. Let's keep going. I can do this tomorrow if I have to. You see it shrouded in darkness. Her commitment to take out Tsuroidnik, even at a cost to herself. Chapter 385, Warning. That's the last chapter for today. It's enough. We're taking our sweet time. It's 2.5 hours in. Uh, Room number 4, which is Tridents. Close your eyes and focus. Using Zetsu while listening carefully is pretty difficult. Maintaining your Zetsu while following my instructions and answering my questions. Continue your Zetsu unperturbed by all sounds, queries, and incidents. Doing this for 60 minutes should feel like a very... Okay, this is the next day, day 8. So this was happening on day 7. The other thing. When they called in, and yeah, day 7, and they called Tsuridnik, and Tsuridnik had completely dismembered the person in his room. Who is this person? Who got dismembered? Is it just some random person that's a random victim, or is it a god that disobeyed him, or he just felt like torturing? Okay. Close your eyes and focus. Continue Jutsu doing this. Okay. There's something on your left shoulder. Okay. Start over. That was a bit unfair, Theta dear. The enemy will be harsher than that. No? Never mind. Yes? Oh, there's a little bit. The enemy will be harsher than that. Yes? No, never mind. I think yes is read first. Either way, it doesn't make sense. Yes? No, never mind. Oh, she's like, yes, what do you want to ask, or what do you want to say? Do you have any complaints to say? And he's like, no, never mind, you're right. Focus, focus. Focus harder. Don't rush it. Fourth Prince Stridnix holds a tremendous amount of aura. The Guardian Spirit Beast emerges immediately if he loosens Zetsu with a physical attack. Prob. I would need to kill him swiftly and surely. I can't do it if Stridnix loosens Zetsu at the slightest sound or hint of trouble. So she needs him to break his Zetsu so that he doesn't react to her shooting him. It's hilarious. Total Zetsu would remove aura, the source of energy, for the Guardian Spirit Beast, but that's not enough. I must consider the possibility that the Guardian Spirit Beast holds an energy reserve when it vanishes. I must have him maintain Zetsu for more than 40 minutes. Yeah, maybe because he has so much aura, the Guardian's Beast could be storing some of it for itself. That's nice. That she's even considering that. Sire, it's okay. The prince is in training. Don't interrupt us. Oh, they're worried about the mug falling and crashing. They interrupted. Okay. I suppose their meddling is part of your training as well. At this rate, your Zetsu isn't looking like it'll last long anyway. Start over once more. Fine, do anything you want. I'll give it my all. I don't care if you're writhing in agony on the floor, foaming at the mouth. I won't open one pore for you, so don't worry. He's in the zone. His focus when he gets like this is exceptional. Good. Okay. The beast disappears as he shuts off his own aura. Look. She flicks his hair. A little bit of Nen. Pulls out the Glock. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a surprise performance from the Royal Banquet. For those of you in the high area of tiers 1 and 2, the performers are Melody of the Hunter Association and Prince Kachu and Fugetsu. Splendid, Your Highness. Flawless Zetsu. First, a flute solo by Melody. Please enjoy. If only you were the type to use his talent for others. One shot, quick, no suffering. Up! And I will soon follow. Yeah. She can't wait for an opening, she has to. She has to sacrifice herself. And she legitimately chooses to take out the prince along with herself. No alibi, no nothing. Damn. What the? The prince is gone. That's not all. there's no blood splatter either. Was that a gunshot? Theta, freeze! Was it his ability? Impossible, he was in Setsu. How is it his ability? Oh, she doesn't recognize that Melody is the one. It's a part of training, it's all good. Huh? How could it be? How was my Zetsu Theta dear? I was totally unfazed by the gunshot. I know, I killed him. He was there, the blood, grey matter all over the floor. This is going too far, Theta. Sire, there's something you should know. Hey, you should take a break, Theta dear. You were tense this whole time. If you answer the prince's next question with a lie, you will no longer be human. So it does tell you that it's all about lying. You will no longer be human. Missing time. Yes, we heard a gunshot, and the moment we headed over, a beautiful landscape appeared in front of us. We were unable to move. We think it was due to the music broadcast. It was supposed to be 8th Prince Salisal's stupid rap, right? Yes, the performance was by a member of the Hunter x Hunter Association by the name of Melody. Call her over. Make it sound like an invitation. If it's not a summons, they might get refused. It's a feeler. We can make inferences based on their response. Can I trust you? Oh, Theta dear. Oh, she's having nightmares. Hey, that was fast. What time is it? It's okay. You were asleep only for 15 minutes. Theta, you've done enough. I'll take over. You should get some rest. What are you saying? I can't back out now. The Prince's Guardian Spirit Beast, yeah, it marked you for your first line, now it's giving you a warning. If you don't heed it, you'll likely suffer a fate worse than death. But I can't just... I know, that's why we need to stay calm. Why is the beast giving traitors so many chances? Only one reason, to add to his bonds. By transforming you into something not human. If you do anything now, it will only benefit the prince. Leave things to me. We'll figure something out. How? About that, could you come up with something while you rest? How? Oh, about how? Could you figure it out yourself? I have no idea. I figured as much, idiot. What's his name? Slaka? Salaka? Salafo? Something? Something with an S and L. I don't remember. I think it's Slaka. I figured as much, you idiot. That's it for today. 5 chapters down. Bro, we didn't get to see any of Morena. My title, my thumbnail, it's all clickbait now. I didn't mean for this, but yeah, Morena didn't show up. Oh, I guess she shows up in the next 5 chapters. I mean, she was mentioned. It's not completely clickbait. But yeah. Okay. I feel like I didn't leave anything unsaid this time. We went through the chapters slowly, methodically. Said everything there is to be said. This chapter was fast though. It's all just about Rereading. It is just completely about Rereading and a little bit about Melody. We still haven't had the chapter that explains his teleportation or time bending abilities yet. I expect either somewhere in the next 5 chapters it should be explained. Yeah, that was nice. Good stream, good stream. I wanted to say something. What was it? Oh yeah. There's a possibility that I might be continuing streaming tonight. Maybe in a few more hours, I will come back and after taking a break, and we'll continue reading. Maybe we go back to Elden Ring and try to take our concert for Dawn again. It's been a while. It's been literally a month since I took on Concert for Dawn. I wonder if I still have the muscle memory to remember his moves. I sure hope I didn't forget everything and have to start all the way from zero. Anyway, thank you for watching, and again, thank you everybody who's been watching me recently, the last 2 weeks, and last month, I mean. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I am noticing some of my view time is actually from people who are not subscribed. So, hey, if you're enjoying the content and want some more, please subscribe. I stream not regularly, but whenever I get the chance to. So yeah, thank you and goodbye, or see you in a few hours, maybe.